Hello, everyone. This is Zoya Kidwai, presenting our study on advancing emergency wash practices, insights from an AI-driven research study on climate-induced vulnerabilities in India, focusing on heat waves. It is co-authored by Shreyasi and Neogi, and we both represent STS Global from India. So, when we talk about disasters, the first few images that come to our minds are of dramatic events, raging floods, devastating droughts, and destructive landslides. Yet, there's a growing thread that often flies under the radar, which are heat waves. These silent killers are quietly escalating in intensity and impact. Here in India, the rise in fatalities during specific hot months from 2022 to 2023 is alarming. But the true picture is likely much worse. Many heat related deaths are misdiagnosed as heart attacks or other pre existing conditions. Additionally, prolonged illnesses caused by heat exposure often go unrecorded. The impact of heat waves goes beyond immediate fatalities. They create a ripple effect on health problems, straining healthcare systems, and impacting overall well being. It's critical to break the silence surrounding the heat waves. The scorching reality of heat waves in North India is becoming increasingly alarming. From 2021 to 2022, the number of heat wave days witnessed a staggering increase of over 5 times. While this surge affects everyone, it is the informal and rural sectors that bear the brunt of this silent disaster. These communities often lack access to air conditioning, proper ventilation, and even regular hydration options, making them far more vulnerable to the devastating effects of extreme heat. The consequences can range from heat exhaustion and prolonged illness to a decline in productivity, ultimately impacting their livelihoods and well beings. This increase in heat waves is not just a case of India, but it's all across the world. Heat waves actually deliver a double blow in India, impacting not just our environment but essential services as well. The scorching outdoors directly affect wash infrastructure, but there's another silent threat. Indoor heat. With 75% of our workforce in heat exposed jobs, crucial for our 50% of GDP contribution, heat waves cause a productivity drop. This translates to disruptions in vital services like waste collection. Fewer workers means faster waste decomposition, attracting more disease carrying insects. Sewage treatment plants also face challenges. Increased water usage during heat waves strains these facilities, potentially understaffed due to heat exhaustion among workers themselves. This can compromise water quality, adding to health concerns again. The consequences extend far beyond service disruptions. Heat and sweat contribute to skin problems, heat exhaustion, and even heat strokes, putting a strain again on the healthcare systems. Food security is also threatened. These burdens fall most heavily on marginalized communities with very limited resources. So the question here comes, why do we even wait for the disasters to take place? Why can we not be prepared from before? Let's see. As technology is advancing, AI powered forecasting can pinpoint the exact areas likely to be impacted by heat waves or other disasters. This crucial information allows communities, especially vulnerable ones in informal and rural settings, to prepare well in advance. By identifying these areas beforehand, we can take proactive measures to protect lives and livelihoods. Imagine having extra time to distribute cooling centers, water supplies, and public health guidance. AI powered forecasting has the potential to significantly improve our preparedness for extreme weather events, saving lives and minimizing damage. To address these challenges, we've developed an innovative AI solution called Resolve. So, Resolve goes beyond just forecasting, it incorporates a powerful risk assessment component. This component analyzes various factors within a specific area and assigns a risk score. These scores pinpoint the areas most vulnerable to a particular disaster like heat wave or cyclone or floods, etc. Armed with this information, we can proactively implement targeted measures. This could involve preparedness initiatives, targeted awareness programs, and the deployment of early warning systems. By taking these steps beforehand, we can significantly improve a community's ability to weather the storm, literally as well as figuratively. Now, taking a case example where we implemented it, we ran this model in Delhi, of which we found this particular area, to be more vulnerable to heat wave, which is the Vivekanand camp. So we conducted a pilot phase there, and by considering various factors influencing heat vulnerability, this included analyzing roof typologies. For example, metal roofs absorb and radiate heat much more compared to tiled or thatch roofs, making houses with them more susceptible to indoor heat buildup. We also factored in mean median temperature and humidity. So, and by analyzing these historical data, we identified areas with consistently higher average temperatures and humidity, making them more likely to experience extreme heat. By considering these and other relevant factors, we were able to select a pilot group of houses that accurately represented the diverse housing situations likely to be encountered in vulnerable communities. To gain a deeper understanding, we conducted social surveys as well of these selected houses. These surveys provided valuable insights into the residents' situations, allowing us to verify and refine resolve risk scores. This combined approach considered both physical characteristics and social factors, ensuring resolve risk assessments are not just data driven but also reflect the lived experience of those most at risk from heat waves. Selected houses were then provided with cool roofs, shaded streets, along with capacity building for residents and early warning systems. This empowered the community to manage heat effectively, both in the short and the long term. The impact of our pilot was very positive. The data revealed a significant 12 degrees Celsius temperature reduction within the houses that received roof retrofits. This dramatic decrease made a world of difference for residents, improving their comfort and potentially leading to increased productivity. Furthermore, the cooler streetscapes enhanced their overall quality of life. The early warning systems also proved its value. By receiving timely alerts about heat waves, residents were able to proactively store water for drinking and other essential purposes. This not only ensured their well being during extreme events, but also demonstrated the effectiveness of our comprehensive approach. Another example that we can discuss is its application during Cyclone Biparjoy in 2023. So the cyclone originated in the East Central Arabian Sea, and based on initial weather alerts from the Met Department, we ran the model for Gujarat. The state predicted to bear the brunt of the storm. Resolve successfully identified the most vulnerable areas within Gujarat, which were then communicated to the state government. This early warning triggered immediate actions. NGOs and the government, everyone sprang into action, relocating vulnerable populations to safer areas, distributing emergency kits, and ensuring sanitation arrangements and stockpiling water. These proactive measures, enabled by Resolve's precise risk assessment, significantly mitigated the impact of cyclones in Gujarat. However, the cyclone also unexpectedly hit parts of Rajasthan, an area not initially projected by the weather department. While the impact there was less severe compared to Gujarat, the lack of preparedness due to the unexpected nature of the hit led to more damage. This contrasting scenario between Gujarat and Rajasthan powerfully demonstrates the life-saving potential of resolve or early warnings. So the looming threat of heat waves in India is stark. The in-house research that we did predicts a staggering increase in scorching dates, with warm spells potentially reaching 50 days compared to the baseline of 10, and a maximum temperature climbing to scorching 51 degrees Celsius from a baseline of 45. Our current infrastructure simply isn't equipped to handle this dramatic shift. These extreme temperatures will not only cause critical wash infrastructure to collapse, but will also have a devastating impact on public health, particularly for marginalized communities. We cannot afford to be silent on this issue. So, thank you for your time. As a concluding statement, all I can say is that this research presented just a study on climate-induced vulnerabilities in India, particularly those exacerbated by heat waves, paints a concerning picture, with scorching days set to becoming a harsh reality in existing infrastructure. Struggling to cope up, proactive approaches is paramount. The good news is a solution exists. By leveraging AI tools for risk assessment and preparedness planning, we can empower vulnerable communities. Investing in heat-resistant wash infrastructure and promoting safe work practices during heat waves are crucial steps. However, technology is just one piece of the puzzle. Developing heat action plans that prioritize marginalized communities and fostering a culture of preparedness are equally important. By working together, we can transform these insights from research into concrete actions. Let's build a future where even the hottest summers won't compromise the well being of all the citizens and smooth functioning of essential watch services in India. Thank you.